guys might be going deaf here. Let me close this stuff here. What's going on? So, we're back on the road. We're getting crap done. So, we're now getting into July 26th. I'm officially, legally allowed to be back on the road 100%. And oh my God, I'm dirty. So, our first load that we picked up immediately, we got pickups. We had to pick up. We've been to the place to pick up already. We went and picked up a bunch of cladding. So for those who don't know, this little thin 16 gauge or 14 gauge, 12 gauge, whatever it's going to be. Sorry, it'd be like 20 gauge, 22 gauge, maybe 24 gauge or something like that. I'm thinking Q-deck, but we had to pick up some cladding and stuff. It's going from Kamloops, which is just 20 minutes from my house, to Darcy, which it goes across the Duffy Highway. And I haven't been across it since the winter. From what I understand, things have changed on the highway. It looks a little different. Ooh, the scale is open. Yay! Should we go to the scale? Just kidding. We're gonna go to the scale. We have to. We're loaded up, so. Into the scale house we go! This is where we find out that I get a ticket or something stupid or something retarded. So I gotta roll down my windows because they're tinted. Bear with me, boys. Let's hope we get through this. Yeah, we should be fine. The green light. Let's get out of here. We're good to go. They don't want to talk to me, so let's get out of here. There you go. See, that's how easy a scale is. A lot of people get nervous going across scale. I haven't been across the scale in I'd say almost a month and a half. So I'm hoping that they're the same people and they recognize the truck and they just said, let them go through. So that's good. So now we're on our way to Darcy. You can't skip scales. Don't do that stuff. It's a big ticket if you do it. You can try, like if you're hauling an RV or like not an RV, but like a fifth wheel or a travel trailer, a boat, things like that. If you don't have stickers on the side of your truck, you absolutely could skip it. There's no way they would know unless they decide to run the plate. Some scale houses just before them have a scanner so they can read the plate of the vehicle. Some don't. Like that one has a weigh in motion and it would say if you could bypass it, like my ELD would pop up saying bypass accepted. It never said that, so you have to pull in. So they wanted to see it, but probably because they haven't seen this truck in a while. But we're through it. See, that's how easy scale houses. Don't get me worried about it. If you don't commit violations, you don't get pulled over. And look at that, I even have window tint. Yes, I rolled down my windows before I got there, but the brow is 5% and it's way past the AS1 line. So from my experience when it comes to aftermarket modifications on a commercial vehicle, like undeleted, windows are tinted. They know the front windows are tinted because the back ones are blacked out. So they clearly know it's tinted. Most cops are pretty smart and obviously pointing out, like if the black windows are completely blacked out, chances are there's something on the front. But if they pull your plate and you have 0 violations and your load looks fairly well tied down and everything looks secure, they have no reason to stop you. Now they might. There's definitely they could do a blitz like I caught in that a couple months ago. Can't remember your name right now off the top of my head, but you made a comment a couple months ago on a video and said you got nailed into a blitz. I got nailed into the same one about a couple days before your comment. I passed there with flying colors. So no issues at all. And so far to date, I've had 0 violations. I've had a couple of notices of like things like leak on the differential, things like that. Nothing for out of service stuff, nothing that's fine related. So I haven't had any issues. And holy balls, it's getting hot in this truck. It's currently it's 102 Fahrenheit outside. I have the truck on I have the truck on miles per hour or US measurement, because I don't know. Because I was watching my temperature. So my tuner, it didn't break per se. It never broke. What it did is that it got so hot the other day that the actual mount for the tuner actually melted. That plastic or whatever that is, that thing that sticks to the windshield, it's no go anymore. It turned into a liquid, and this fell off, and it would look like a teardrop going down my windshield. So whatever plastic was on this, it was sitting in direct sunlight. I try not to park my truck in direct sunlight. Usually I let the back window sit in the direct sunlight because they're ceramic tinted, so the sun actually can't penetrate. My truck doesn't get crazy hot. Like in here, it's probably like maybe 26, 27 degrees in here, and outside it's probably like 40 right now. So yeah, this is the problem we are running into right now, is that melted, sitting in the sunlight. GoPro, I got lucky because the phone mount and the camera, the dash cam, and the GoPro all sit on the window film. So they're not sitting on the bare glass. I usually have my tuner down low here, so it's sitting on bare glass, whereas everything else is on the brow. So that's probably why they're still alive. Because anything on the dash right now, at this temperature, if you leave it in the sun without the windows down, oh boy, she gets hot in here. I know when I jumped in my wife's car the other day, it was easily 60. You open the door, it was like getting punched in the face with Mike Tyson. It was just boof. So yeah, we gotta get a new mount, or I might just take this off and Velcro it to the dash. That's what I did with my other truck. I Velcroed the tuner to the dash, and it survived. So right now I'm just watching the temperatures, but since I'm so used to seeing temperatures on this in Fahrenheit, I had to switch the truck over to Fahrenheit so I know what I'm looking at. Now I know like where I want to be on temps. Like I know I want to be at like 168 at the highest on the transmission. So I guess I could just go over here. I have to check the fuel economy just then. My tires are warm, 82C, or not 82C, but they're toasty. They're getting up there in pressure. There's a lot of options here. Right now we're running a 206 oil temp, 195 coolant, which is where we want to be, 170 on the temperature. So if I go here, I guess, and just go to display, I can see what exactly those are in units for metric. So 92, 93C on the coolant. Disable cruise control. I know because I'm going uphill. Come on. I hate this. I hate that old school dash, the digital one that's like, takes forever for the screens to go away. 77C on the temp and 97C on the oil. So we're not too bad. Transmission's a little warmer than I like it to be. But that's, to be honest, we're at plus 40 right now. So yeah. What can you do? You're hauling weight. We got a couple thousand pounds. Well, more than a couple thousand. I say, well, the trailer's 4,100. The load's 2,600 or 2,700. Our slip tank's full of diesel, so that's another 1,200 pounds plus all the tools. So we're close to 8,000 or 9,000 pounds on the back of the truck. So, you know, what do you expect? And it is starting to get hot outside. Like, it's not as hot in here. Like, if I open up just these back windows enough, get enough airflow in here so I don't sweat my ass off. But we're heading into Cache Creek right now. We got to pick up a transmission. So the guy who ordered this load also ordered a transmission from a classic car shop in Cache Creek. So we're gonna go pick that up, and off to Darcy we go. It'll be great fun. But yeah, we'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye bye. going on? Okay, I gotta turn on the AC so you guys can hear me. Just dropped off that load. Thank God that was an easy load. It wasn't too bad. We had to go over the Duffy and then a little bit into the bush. Not crazy hard. We're driving back now. We're about to go back over the Duffy. They know to get out of the road. I hate cyclists so much. Especially out here in the middle of nowhere. They're just sitting in the middle of the road, just going hard. Yeah, so that was just some cladding. We had to drop off to a job site. I didn't think people were building stuff out here, but apparently they're building stuff out here. There's a bunch of new houses and stuff. And so they asked if I could pick up a bunch of stuff when it comes in. I said, absolutely, same price. I said, yeah, as long as it's the same weight. I gave them a quote based on for per 1,000 pounds of weight. So that was $867 to go from Kamloops to Darcy. Not Darcy. It's not all. I use my GPS to get to Darcy. Well, I don't need GPS anymore to get here. I've driven this road enough. I know what it is. But I just bid it out to Darcy, and that's the kilometers. It's literally, I think it's 400, maybe just under 400 clicks. So about $2 a kilometer. Not too crazy. Nothing to yell home about. But I told them for every 1,000 pounds, bump up 10 cents a kilometer. That's pretty much what it's going to be. So they're happy with that. The boss said perfect, because apparently the contracting company that they have for the cladding won't deliver out here, and they had joists being delivered, and I guess the truck fell off the road, taking the other route, a road I've never taken, but I've heard horror stories about it. It's not built for long trucks, and I guess this guy had a Ram 3500 and a 36-foot gooseneck with some trusses on it for a roof, and I guess he took a corner too sharp and it flipped the whole rig over. So slow down for corners if you're gonna do this. You never be too cautious in this game, especially hauling trusses on a Ram 3500 or a high level gooseneck. Your gravity or focal point is at the very top of the truck, so it's very easy for you to roll over. Now that being said, if you're unloaded, you're not going to flip over, but if you go take a corner too quickly and you have a load on, it's not uncommon. I've seen it all the time with big rigs and stuff. You just got to take your time, slow down, do the speed limit. You've made so many people speed on these back roads. It's insane. But yeah, so that load's done, in the books. Cash deal, wasn't too crazy. Look, another cyclist not paying attention, just fucking blaring music in his ear. Oh, and now as I pass him, he gets over. He's like, oh shit, there's a truck behind me. You shouldn't listen to music. If you're a cyclist, all the power to you, but you should not be listening to noise canceling headphones on a road, because if I don't see you and you don't know I exist and we collide, who's at fault? Technically you are, the cyclist, because you shouldn't be on the road. So it would suck, but unfortunately I don't hit people on cycles because I pay attention. But yeah, figured let you guys know we're done this job. Hope you enjoyed the time lapse. The first bit of the drive was kind of ugly, coming from Kamloops to what is that, Cache Creek, or a little bit past Cache Creek there. It's kind of I see it all the time, it doesn't bother me. But I love driving over the Duffy. It's so beautiful, it's crazy. And I like the way it looks. I like it in the winter, I like it in the summer, I like it in the fall. It's very nice in the fall. But I used to not drive that road a lot, the Duffy, until I had to. I had no choice. It was the only way to get across our down to the mainland for 8 months. So I gotten used to driving in the winter time and the summer and the spring and all that, and I'm just now I'm very comfortable with that highway. Before I'd be I wouldn't speed on the highway, not speed, but I'd be doing 40 or 50 because it's such a dangerous road. But since they had everyone going across it over the winter, they actually had no choice but to upgrade the road. So a lot of that road is upgraded and has been maintained better. It's still kind of bumpy, but that's given the fact that it is a mountain road per se. But yeah, now we're off to Alberta. We're off to Edmonton now. It's 11:24. We've been on the road now for 4 hours. By the time we get back, we'll probably have to stop in Blue River because we'll run out of logbook by then. And then tomorrow morning we're picking up a truck. However, I'm going to call the customer while I'm putting diesel in here when we get to the gas station, because we already had reschedule this load twice. So before I head out there, I'm going to call and validate and make sure that yes, it has been done. It's been 100% completed and that it's ready for pickup. Because it's Wednesday, they said it was going to be done Tuesday, but anyone who's ever had a car fixed at a body shop, it never actually comes out to the date they say it's going to. There's always something that happens. And so, at least in my experience, whenever my buddy owns a body shop, whenever he says, oh, I'll have it done next week, I say, okay, I'll see you in 2 weeks. Because I know, like, you never know. Like, I don't blame body shops for it, because you quote a job, oh, there's a fucking tree down. Hello. Let's go around that. That's something you gotta get used to about BC back roads, is that trees fall down and things happen. So the road can change every time you drive it. But you know, I understand body shops that they have issues where, like, you could be working on something and start taking it apart, and the next thing you know, it's a lot more damage or a lot more parts needed in order to fix the problem. Something that could look as simple as a bumper replacement could turn into a frame repair. So I understand and I respect these things. That's why I never listen to a friend to that's a Jeep Wrangler Rubicon for Canada Post. What the fuck? I guess out here it makes sense why they would have a Jeep Wrangler Rubicon, because out here you're driving in the bush to get people's mail. So I guess that does make sense why they would have a Rubicon out here, because this place gets like 8 feet of snow. So, like, your minivan, your front wheel drive van ain't doing shit out here in the middle of winter. But yeah, so I wait till body shops tear down the truck 100% to get an actual date and see if it's going to be accurate. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And if there's anything else you want to see or you want me to do, just let me know. Oh my god, this road is so rough. More cyclists. It just, you know. I like how cyclists wear like this all Tour de France shit. Like, they're always wearing funny clothing or very tight clothing. I don't know why. It's aerodynamic. Yeah, see you later. Bye bye.